Social media often feels like a stage, doesn't it? We scroll past flawless photos, contagious smiles, and motivational captions that make us believe the person behind them is living their best life. But what if I told you that behind some of those smiles lies a silent war? In September 2022, one young woman was at the height of her influence. She was beautiful, driven, admired by hundreds of thousands, and, at least online, looked unstoppable. Her name was Raven K. Jackson. She was just 24 years old, a CEO, a motivational speaker, a fitness influencer with over 230,000 loyal followers who hung on her every word. She wasn't just another face in the endless scroll of content. She was a brand, a movement, a beacon of positivity. But only hours after sharing her usual bright, inspiring posts, Raven was gone. The news stunned her community, and suddenly those vibrant captions and smiling selfies were read in a whole new light. Because sometimes the strongest people we know are fighting battles we never see. On the morning of September 6th, Raven posted an upbeat, high-energy workout video on Instagram. She was glowing, leading her followers through intense routines as part of her Go Crazy Fitness brand. The comments flooded in. People called her a queen, an inspiration, body goals. That single video reached over 2 million views. It looked like another day of her empowering thousands to be their best selves. But away from the public eye, another message was sent, one that the world wouldn't see until it was too late. It was a private text to her boyfriend, Chicago rapper 600 Breezy, and its tone was devastatingly different. Raven wrote that nothing felt real anymore. Not her relationship, not her business, not even herself. She spoke of being tired, of fighting negative thoughts for years. She told him she was standing on a bridge. In public, she was a motivator. In private, she was a woman exhausted from carrying pain no one could see. Raven was born on September 23rd, 1997 in Mississippi, raised by her mother, Kia Jackson, alongside her sister, Mia. Her father's limited presence left gaps she would spend years trying to fill. But Kia instilled in her daughters an unshakable belief in perseverance, education, and the value of self-belief. Mississippi wasn't just her hometown, it was the foundation of her resilience. Growing up there taught her that beginnings don't dictate endings, and hardship can be a teacher. These early lessons would later echo in every speech, every program, and every message she shared with her audience. After graduating from Canton High School, Raven enrolled at Auburn University to study biomedical sciences. Her goal wasn't just academic success, she wanted to understand human health from the inside out. But one degree wasn't enough. She later returned to Mississippi for a master's degree at Jackson State University, and it was here she discovered her gift for leadership and connection. She founded Real Talk with Raven, a safe space for students to share struggles without judgment. This wasn't a typical student club. It was the beginning of her mission, to create platforms where people could be vulnerable and truly heard. Raven's entry into the fitness world began simply, posting short workout tips filmed on her phone. But her authenticity set her apart. She didn't just demonstrate exercises, she explained the science behind them, blending her academic knowledge with practical advice. Her audience grew quickly. On TikTok, she amassed over 230,000 followers. On Instagram, her reach extended into the millions. Her YouTube channel became a smaller but loyal community where she shared longer, more personal content. Her brand, Go Crazy Fitness, a play on her name Ray, was more than a workout program. It became a lifestyle movement. She launched virtual training, meal plans, athleisure wear, and waist training products, all tested by her before reaching customers. What set Raven apart was her connection with people. She would respond to DMs at 3 a.m., pause live sessions to give one-on-one advice, and reject brand partnerships that didn't align with her values. Her fitness events, from Puerto Rico to Florida to Alabama, were more than workouts. They were moments of breakthrough for participants, often ending in tears of joy and newfound confidence. Behind the brand was a woman who genuinely cared. But even the most giving souls have limits, and Raven's own needs were quietly going unmet. Raven was in a relationship with 600 Breezy. To the outside world, they looked like the perfect couple, supportive, adventurous, deeply in love. He celebrated her victories and stood beside her as she built her empire. But he also saw what the public didn't: the moments of self-doubt, the emotional exhaustion, the nights when her smile faded after the camera stopped rolling. In her final text to him, Raven expressed her deep love, writing that she prayed to meet him in another life where she could be a better version of herself. She apologized for the pain her decision would cause. Even in her darkest hour, she thought of others. Looking back, there were signs. In interviews, she'd occasionally mention feeling disconnected from reality. She wrote in journals about stress, anxiety, and physical sensations like heart palpitations and unexplained pain. Friends noticed subtle changes, her becoming more withdrawn, talking about a different kind of tiredness, one not cured by sleep. In her last week, she seemed more focused on preparing clients to continue without her, almost as if she was saying goodbye. On September 6, 2022, Raven maintained her usual social media presence, posting, engaging, encouraging. To her followers, nothing seemed wrong, but privately, she sent her last message to 600 Breezy from that bridge. Hours later, the devastating news broke. Raven Jackson had died by suicide. Her boyfriend's grief spilled onto social media. He shared pieces of their life, urging people to check on their loved ones, even the ones who seemed the strongest. His words sparked conversations about mental health in spaces where it was often ignored. The fitness world mourned. Her comment sections turned into memorials. Clients posted screenshots of her late-night encouragement. Fellow influencers spoke of her kindness behind the scenes. Former students shared how her Real Talk sessions had kept them going. Her family, Kia and Mia, were met with an outpouring of support from across the country. And her Go Crazy fitness community vowed to keep her message alive, that strength is not just physical, but mental and emotional. It became a rallying cry to check on one another, to speak openly about struggles, and to honor Raven's memory by living with the authenticity she encouraged in others. People began organizing tribute workouts, wearing her signature colors, and sharing the ways she had changed their lives. Small acts that together became a movement of remembrance and resilience. Studies show that 90% of influencers report anxiety or burnout. For fitness influencers, that number rises to 95%, with many feeling pressure to maintain a perfect body year-round. The job demands constant performance, physically and emotionally. Every post is curated, every moment potentially content. Success becomes a pressure trap. Each achievement raises the bar, and slipping even slightly feels like failure. For Raven, that pressure was doubled. Her body was her brand, her confidence her selling point. The public saw perfection. Privately, she saw cracks forming. And in a world where image is everything, admitting struggle can feel like risking everything you've built. Many in her circle later admitted they'd noticed her exhaustion, but mistook it for ambition. A reminder that sometimes what looks like strength is someone holding on by a thread. Raven's life is a reminder that social media is not the full story. Behind polished feeds can be people struggling in silence. We must look closer, notice when someone's energy shifts, when captions grow shorter, when replies lose their personal touch. Sometimes the signs are subtle, sometimes they're hidden entirely. Most importantly, her story shows that real connection happens offline, in conversations without filters, in moments where someone truly listens, in checking in not just when people seem sad, but also when they seem fine. It's a call for all of us to slow down, to look past the highlight reels, and to remember that behind every screen is a human being who might need us more than we realize. Her absence leaves a space that can never be filled, but her legacy challenges us to be more present, more aware, and more willing to reach out before it's too late. Raven K. Jackson was never just a brand, a CEO, or a fitness influencer. She was a daughter, a sister, a partner, and a friend. A bright light who poured strength into others, even as she quietly carried battles most never saw. She inspired thousands. But behind that inspiration was a human being, one who laughed, dreamed, loved, and, like all of us, sometimes struggled to keep going. Her greatest gift wasn't her business or her success, it was her honesty. By speaking openly about the darkness that can hide behind a smile, she gave others the courage to speak too. Her legacy lives in every person who now feels less alone because she dared to be real. And her story reminds us of something we can't afford to forget. Strength isn't about never struggling. It's about the courage to ask for help and the compassion to offer it without waiting to be asked. Sometimes the people who look the strongest are the ones who need us the most. So check in, ask twice, listen without judgment, because one conversation, one message, one moment of care could change or even save a life. If Raven's story touched you, keep her message alive. Share her story, speak openly about mental health, and be the reason someone else chooses to keep going. Hit like to show support, share this video to spread awareness about mental health, and subscribe for more true stories.